Hey guys, I'm gonna just show you something I've been playing around with. So this is a bunch of session files I've got back from a sampling session. These were produced by Pro Tools, and for each mic position, so I've got the close mics here for example, we have lots of separate files. For the hall mics, the same, hall left and hall right, lots of separate files. And what I'd like to do is stick them all together one after the other, but I don't really want to just put them into a sequencer and then have to render another file. I just want to just stick them together. So there's a tool for doing that called SoX, which is spelled SoX. This is a multi cross-platform tool. It's a command line tool, so it runs on Windows, GNU Linux and Mac OS, so you can go and grab that. The web address is SoX, that's sox.sourceforge.net. So once you have that installed, it's really easy to stick some files together. So SoX can be used for lots of different things. You can use it to mix files and crossfade files and all sorts of stuff, but I'm just going to use it to stick them all together one after another. So it's a command line tool, so I'm going to open the terminal. I'm going to navigate to this folder, which is on my desktop. That's this one over here. So CD to change directory, if you didn't know that, and desktop, and then session, which is the name of the file folder. Sorry. Okay, so in here I'm just going to type in SoX. That's the command to run SoX. I'm going to type close because I'm going to stick the close mics together first, and I don't want to have to type in each file one after another, although you can do that. So you could type in close.01_02.wav and then type in the next one after that, but that's going to take a long time, so I'm just going to put close and then a star, and SoX knows just to pull out all of the files that have close at the beginning. Then the star is called a wildcard, so if you look at the SoX documentation you can look up about wildcards, but basically this is just going to pull out all the ones with close at the beginning of the name. And then the output file is going to be just called out.wav. So that was pretty quick, quicker than rendering them out. So there's the file, out.wav. We can see it's 449.3 megabytes, which sounds about right. Before we look at this one, I'm just going to show you in Reaper, I took all the close mic files, all the separate files, and just strung them together so we can see how it opens in Reaper if I do that. And you can see they're all separate files. And now if we bring in that out.wav file that we just created with SoX, we can see it's one continuous file, but there's a slight problem. I'm just going to magnify the waveform so we can see this a bit more easily. So SoX doesn't necessarily know what order to pull the files in. If they were numbered in a sort of logical way, 0, 1, 2, etc., then it would probably do alright, but we can see, or we should be able to see over here for example, this section here does not correspond to this part of the file, the single file here, and in fact this doesn't either. We've got little short patches of audio here, but it doesn't match up with what's above. So this is the correct order, and SoX has put them together in the wrong order. So there's two ways to fix that. There's two ways to get SoX to work the files into the correct order that we want, and that order, by the way, is just the order that the files are listed here. That's the order we want. So the first way is to open VLC. It'll probably work with other media players as well, but just drag the files in, and no, I want the playlist, there we go. And you can reorganize the playlist however you like, and then once you've got it in the order you want, and by default VLC actually reads in the files the same way Reaper does, and it has them in the correct order, we go to Media, Save Playlist to File, go to the folder where the audio files are, has to be in the same location as the audio files, and we're going to save the playlist as a .m3u playlist. So make sure .m3u is selected. Hit save on that, and now we can close VLC. And there's our playlist, and we're going to do exactly the same command in SoX, but instead of saying close and then wildcard, we're just going to give it the name of the playlist. So that's close.m3u, then hit enter, Give it a second and we should have our output file again. And now this time if I open it in Reaper, it should be in the correct order. So yeah, we can see that matches up. That all matches up. So that's perfect. Now that was obviously a bit long-winded to open them in VLC first. It's fine for just one group of tracks like that, but if you've got several mic positions, for example, like I do here, that's just going to take a bit too long for my liking, having to open each one and in VLC and then resave it. So I'm going to show you another way we can do it. So that's the first way to make a playlist. The second way is to use some bash scripting within the SoX command. I don't know if this will work on Windows. You'll have to try it and let me know. But we're going to basically do the same command we had before. But what we're going to do is we're going to use some bash scripting to sort the files. We're going to put them in a list and sort them. And bash has several sort options, and the one we're going to use is well, it's a dash and then a capital V, and I can't remember what it stands for, but if you look up bash sorting online you'll be able to see. But basically the command looks like this. So we've got the same thing, and put the $sign so that we're going into a bash script. Going to put ls and then the name, which is exactly the same, close, and then the wildcard. Going to put a pipe symbol, and then we're going to put the sort command, which is a sort, and then dash capital V and closing parenthesis. And now if I hit enter, oh, did I delete the out file? Let's see. Yeah, so if I hit enter, it's now going to sort them and it should just come out fine. So there's the out file there. Let's bring it in, and the order should be correct again. Yeah, that all looks good. All matches up. So that's a much faster way to do it than the playlist method, but I just wanted you to see both methods that are available. So if I was doing it for the close mics, I probably wouldn't call it out, I'd probably call it close. And then for the hall left, I'd be able to do the same thing, but just change the name of that to hall_L for the left mic, and change the output file name, and then do the same for the right microphone. To get text to appear, to get your previous commands to appear in the console, by the way, you can just press the up cursor to scroll back through the previous commands you've used, and you can press the down arrow cursor to see the newer ones. So that's a really quick way of working in the terminal if you're not familiar with that. Okay, so all of those files should have output now. So there's the hall right, hall left, and the close mic. And if I bring all of those into Reaper, put them on separate tracks, we've now got all three mic positions joined together, and they should all be in exactly the same order, so that the mic positions are in line with each other. So yeah, that all looks good to me. Yeah, that all looks good. Alright guys, hope you found this quick video helpful, and have fun playing with SoX. Test out if those bash commands work on your operating system and let me know. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.